Two North Carolina police officers initially considered it a routine call, but little did they know that it would deeply impact them. It all began in late 2017 when these officers responded to a theft report from a store in Hillsborough, NC. The incident involved a local woman accused of stealing groceries from a supermarket, but as they delved deeper into the case, it revealed a poignant story. On November 4, 2017, store staff at a Hillsborough Food Lion branch witnessed a woman shoplifting groceries. They observed her taking items off the shelves and leaving the supermarket without paying. The store manager immediately gave chase and took note of the car model and license plate number as the alleged thief made her escape in a gray Pontiac Vibe. The manager wasted no time in reporting the theft and providing the details of the getaway car to the police. Given the tight-knit nature of Hillsborough's community, there was confidence that the police would apprehend the suspect, a belief shared by the alleged shoplifter herself, Theresa West. In an interview with the Herald Sun, the 44-year-old remarked, "I knew they had me. I could see him taking my tab when I drove off." West was accused of stealing bread, meat, pasta, sauce, and a few salad items, totaling about $34. While not a major crime, it still required law enforcement attention. The case was assigned to Hillsborough officers Senior Corporal Keith Bradshaw and Officer First Class Candace Spraggins, though the investigation appeared straightforward thanks to the quick thinking of the Food Lion manager who had a license plate number. With the license number in hand, Bradshaw and Spraggins accessed the owner's driving license details, which included West's photo. They compared it to the image captured on the Food Lion's security cameras, confirming her identity as the shoplifter. The officers then drove to West's residence in the southeast part of Hillsborough. Although they didn't activate their sirens, West had already spotted them approaching in their patrol car. She admitted, "I was so scared. So scared. I thought I was going to jail. When you get desperate, you get desperate. I panicked." West lived off Route 70 with her 9-year-old son and 19-year-old daughter, temporarily hosting two of her daughter's friends. She explained that she takes in troubled youth, but was disabled due to rheumatoid arthritis and brain damage from a previous car accident, rendering her unable to work. When the officers knocked on West's door, they found her in a state of distress, crying and frightened. However, as they looked around her home, they discovered something that gave them pause. Apart from the stolen food items, the cupboards were empty, and the refrigerator was bare. West had been preparing a meal with the stolen groceries when the officers arrived. Despite feeling deeply saddened by West's dire circumstances, the officers had a duty to uphold. Spraggins informed West that they were there to arrest her, leading to charges of shoplifting. West was taken to the Hillsborough Police Department headquarters and later faced a local magistrate, where her emotional state prompted Spraggins to offer her tissues. Moreover, Officer Spraggins felt compelled to intervene during the hearing, this time to explain the unfortunate circumstances that had driven Theresa West to commit theft. Moved by West's plight, the magistrate himself decided to extend a helping hand to the accused. West later recounted, the magistrate called his mother. He said, "Mama, this girl needs some food. We're gonna have to hook her up." As a result, the magistrate released West on an unsecured bail of $500, and his mother put together a care package for West and her dependents. Meanwhile, Senior Corporal Keith Bradshaw reached out to local charities and churches. To their dismay, they learned that local food banks only distributed items on specific days, and unfortunately, this day was not one of those. Fueled by empathy, Bradshaw and Spraggins decided to take matters into their own hands. The two police officers headed to a local Walmart store with the intention of stocking West's food pantry and refrigerator. In a heartwarming gesture, they spent $140 of their own money on groceries for West and her family. Officer Spraggins explained their shopping journey, saying, "We started in the fruits because they're in the front of the store. After that, we hit the meat aisle along the back. We knew kids were in the house, so, of course, we had to grab a Coke or two and some Sprite. We weren't sure what they liked, so we figured most people like a dark drink or a light one, so we got some of both." Their shopping cart also included apples, oranges, bananas, a large sack of potatoes, green beans, bacon, chicken breasts, hot dogs, and pork chops. West's kitchen floor was soon covered in bags filled with groceries. Upon West's return home from her hearing with the magistrate, she was taken aback by the sight of all the Walmart bags on the floor. Overwhelmed by the kindness of Bradshaw and Spraggins, she began to cry and expressed her heartfelt gratitude. West later described the experience as like an act of God. Lieutenant Andy Simmons, the chief of Hillsborough Police, was so proud of his officers' compassionate actions that he shared their story online. It quickly gained attention on the Hillsborough Police Department's official Facebook page, receiving thousands of positive reactions. Simmons emphasized that acts of kindness and compassion were an integral part of their duty, stating, "We often buy people meals or gas. This is what policing is about in 2017. It has to be about partnership." For Simmons, this level of compassion is a fundamental aspect of their job. The Facebook post concluded by urging readers to consider donating goods or cash to local food banks to assist West and her family. The post also garnered significant media attention, and Lieutenant Davis Trimmer, Hillsborough Police Patrol Commander, spoke to ABC News reporters. He mentioned the overwhelming offers of assistance that poured in as a result of the post and noted that they were directing these offers to local food banks, ensuring West would receive the help she needed in the future. Unfortunately, West's story is not an isolated case. North Carolina faces significant poverty issues, with the Food Bank of Central and Eastern North Carolina reporting that nearly 60,000 individuals receive food assistance each week in the region, with about 50% being either seniors or children. Though this chapter of Theresa West's story had a heartwarming conclusion, her journey is not over. She still faces criminal charges for her shoplifting incident. West expressed remorse for her actions, stating, "I had to go out and steal food, and that's desperate, and I'm sorry for doing what I did, but my kids were hungry." Despite the challenges, Bradshaw and Spraggins deserve recognition for their compassion in a modern America where the role of the police sometimes extends beyond protecting and serving to providing food to those in need.